Hi guys, good evening and welcome to Gradeup. My name is Harshmeet Singh and I welcome you all to your next class and this next session of Indian history. I hope all of you are doing absolutely fine. You are watching me live on the Gradeup IAS YouTube channel. यहाँ पे हम लोग लेके आते हैं Monday to Friday at 7:30 p.m. वन इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक फॉर योर यूपीएससी प्रिपरेशन. आज का जो टॉपिक है हम लोगों का, वी हैव टेकन दैट टॉपिक फ्रॉम इंडियन हिस्ट्री से हमने वो टॉपिक उठाया है एंड वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट जिन्नाज 14 पॉइंट्स. मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना ने 14 पॉइंट्स दिए थे एज हिज रिप्लाई टू द नेहरू कमीशन रिपोर्ट. जो नेहरू कमीशन की रिपोर्ट थी विच जिन्ना डिड नॉट लाइक, उनका जो रिप्लाई आया था ये वो रिप्लाई है अबाउट द 14 पॉइंट जो हम आज बात करने वाले हैं. एज यू नो एट 7:30 p.m. वी टेक इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स अलग अलग सब्जेक्ट से. समटाइम्स वी टेक द टॉपिक किसी सब्जेक्ट से, समटाइम्स कभी कहीं से कभी कहीं से. आज हम लोग जो टॉपिक लेकर के आ रहे हैं, आज का हम लोग का टॉपिक वी हैव टेकन फ्रॉम हिस्ट्री, मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री का ये हम लोग का टॉपिक है, जिन्ना 14 पॉइंट फॉर्मूला. सो लेट्स सी इसकी हिस्ट्री क्या है. गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू दोज हु हैव कम इन. Do like the session on YouTube, do subscribe to the Gradeup IAS YouTube channel also, and do press the bell icon so that you get a notification for all the videos that are coming up on the Gradeup IAS YouTube channel. Without waiting any further, let's see. So basically, the story starts with the Simon Commission. Simon Commission से भी पहले, if you know, in the 1919 Act, जो 1919 Act था, that is the Montego-Chelmsford reforms. Hi Shivangi, hello Manish, hello Maheshwari. So in the 1919 Act, जो 1919 Act का Government of India Act था, in that act there was a point that after 10 years, 10 साल के बाद हम एक कमीशन भेजेंगे इंडिया में to study about the progress made by the British laws. British laws ने क्या progress की है, and we will see after that उस कमीशन के बेसिस पे कि हम लोगों को क्या करना चाहिए. Ideally, the commission should have come in 1929. 10 साल 1929 में पूरे हो रहे थे, but because there was such a large protest in India, people were not happy. British had to send a commission beforehand. तो उन लोगों ने जो कमीशन भेजी, that was called the Simon Commission. Simon Commission was a commission again as a result of 1919 Act. 1919 में उन्होंने लिखा था ब्रिटिश ने कि 10 साल बाद हमें कमीशन भेजेंगे. As you know, a lot of protests happened in India. Indians were very angry with this. क्यों? Because the Simon Commission did not have any Indian member. Simon Commission में कोई Indian member नहीं था. The Simon Commission only had Europeans. Because कोई Indian member नहीं था, there was a lot of protests. In fact, लाठीचार्ज हुआ protest में, and लाला लाजपत राय passed away in that protest only. When this protest happened, जो ब्रिटेन में सेक्रेटरी ऑफ स्टेट थे लॉर्ड बर्किनहेड, उन्होंने बहुत मजाक बनाया इंडिया का. ही सेड कि अगर आपको इतना ही शौक है अपना खुद का कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बनाने का, आपको इतना ही शौक है कि इंडियन होने चाहिए साइमन कमीशन में, तो मैं आपको चैलेंज करता हूँ. आई चैलेंज यू कि आप एक ऐसा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बनाओ जो कि सारी इंडिया की पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज को मंजूर हो. इफ यू आर एबल टू मेक अ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन विच इज एक्सेप्टेबल to all the main political parties in India, अगर आप ऐसा कर पाते हो तो in that case we will also accept it. हम उस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को एक्सेप्ट कर लेंगे. That was a challenge जो कि लॉर्ड बर्किनहेड ने दिया था. अब इस चैलेंज को एक्सेप्ट किया ऑब्वियसली इंडियंस ने, एंड देयर वाज एन ऑल पार्टी मीटिंग. सब मेन पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज मिलकर के बैठी एंड दे डिसाइडेड कि फॉर्म अ कमिटी बनाई जाए विच वॉज कॉल्ड द नेहरू कमिटी. So Nehru committee actually was made as a result of this challenge that was given, because it was an all party meeting. So Nehru committee के जो members थे, they were not just from Congress, they were from many parties. Motilal Nehru, Jawaharlal Nehru's father was a secretary. Jawaharlal Nehru was also a member. Ali Imam, Tej Bahadur Sapru, Mangal Singh, Subhash Chandra Bose was also a member. और इस कमिटी ने अपनी रिपोर्ट दी which was called the Nehru Committee Report or the Nehru Report that came up in 1928. This was the very first time that Indian leaders were actually trying to make our constitution. Hello Payal, hello Amit. So for the first time, Indians ने अपना constitution बनाने की जो कोशिश की थी, that was actually Nehru report only. Before this, Indians had not tried to make their own constitution. अभी Nehru report में था क्या? The interesting part was it did not talk about इंडिपेंडेंस की बात की ही नहीं थी नेहरू रिपोर्ट ने। मतलब इंडिपेंडेंस इतना बड़ा ख्वाब लगता था कि हमने मांगा ही नहीं। वी ओनली सेड दैट ओके जस्ट गिव अस डोमिनियन स्टेटस, लाइक कनाडा, ऑस्ट्रेलिया। डोमिनियन स्टेटस मतलब कि इंटरनली वी विल हैव इंडिपेंडेंस, इंटरनली हमें इंडिपेंडेंस मिलेगा। आर एक्सटर्नल रिलेशन, आर डिफेंस एटसेट्रा विल स्टिल बी हैंडल्ड बाय द ब्रिटिश। तो वो अभी भी ब्रिटिश ही संभालेंगे। Now, the younger leaders at that time, Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose, thought कि भाई हम लोगों को complete freedom बोलना चाहिए. But we just said, okay, just give us dominion status. Second, they also contain fundamental rights. Nehru report में fundamental rights की भी बात थी, which included voting right for everyone above the age of 21, etc. Equal rights, no religion of the state, so secularism की भी बात की गई थी. They also talked about नो सेपरेट इलेक्टोरेट। सो सेपरेट इलेक्टोरेट जो था उस समय उसके अगेंस्ट थे। ऑल्दो दे टॉक्ड अबाउट रिजर्वेशन ऑफ सीट्स फ्रॉम माइनॉरिटी कम्युनिटी, सो माइनॉरिटीज के लिए रिजर्वेशन होना चाहिए बट नॉट सेपरेट इलेक्टोरेट। So they asked about, or they talked about reservation of seats for Muslims at the center and wherever they were minority, but not separate electorate. They also said फेडरल गवर्नमेंट बनेगी जैसे आज, with residual powers to the center government. अब दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज 1935 का जो एक्ट आया था उसमें रेसिडुअरी पावर्स वर विद द वाइस रॉय, बट यहां पे दे सेड दैट रेसिडुअरी पावर्स शुड बी विद द सेंटर. नाउ नॉट जस्ट दिस, गवर्नर जनरल शुड बी द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल हेड ऑफ इंडिया. और बिकॉज इंडिया उस नेहरू रिपोर्ट में इंडिया वॉज नॉट सपोज टू बी इंडिपेंडेंट, इंडिया अभी भी एक डोमिनेंट स्टेटस ही मिलना था, मतलब इंडिया का हेड ब्रिटिश ही होने थे अभी भी. So they said that our head would be the governor general, who will still be appointed by the British monarch. British monarch ही उसको appoint करेंगे. They talked about the creation of a supreme court and they said the language of India, language of the country should be called. So there should be, in fact, many languages: Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, Marathi, etc. Usage of English should also be permitted. हिंदी का यूज होना चाहिए, but we should allow all other languages in India. ये सब नेहरू रिपोर्ट में कहा गया. अब when Nehru report came out, many Muslim leaders and Motilal Nehru discussed this report. Why? Because क्या था उनका ब्रिटिश का चैलेंज that the constitution you make should be acceptable to all political parties. So Muslim leaders from the Muslim League, उनसे मुलाकात हुई. They suggested Delhi proposal. They suggested some changes. They suggested that 1/3 seats in the parliament should be reserved for Muslims. Muslims की major reservation should be in Punjab and Bengal also. They said that Muslim majority states अलग से बननी चाहिए. Although the Hindu Mahasabha was against it. Hindu Mahasabha did not want creation of new provinces. They did not want reservation Punjab and Bengal, etc. Anyway, ये जो reaction था, this was a discussion that Congress had with the Muslim leaders. Muslim leaders wanted कि भाई अगर हम लोगों को accept करना है ये report, they wanted that Muslims should be given adequate safeguards. Muslims को adequate safeguards मिलने चाहिए. And the Nehru report accepted many of them. There was an all-party report, all-party meeting फिर 1928 में हुई और जिन्ना ने भी कुछ recommendations दिए कि भाई आप ये इसमें change करिए. He said that 1/3 reservation should be given to Muslims, etc. However, Jinnah's demands were not met. Jinnah had demanded Nehru report में कुछ changes, जैसे कि the Muslim reservation in the parliament should be 1/3 seats. Reservation of Muslims should be given in Punjab and in Bengal as per their population, and residual power should be given to the states and not center. ये सब जिन्ना की demands जो नहीं मानी गई नेहरू report में. When Jinnah's demands in the Nehru report were not accepted, hello Priyanshi, hello Rupesh. When Jinnah's demands to change the Nehru report were not accepted, that is when Jinnah said, okay, I am not accepting this, I am giving my own report. जिन्ना ने कहा भाई मेरी डिमांड नहीं मानी जा रही है तो मैं अपनी खुद की रिपोर्ट दे रहा हूं. एंड दैट इज व्हेन जिन्ना गेव हिज ओन 14 पॉइंट्स. जिन्ना के खुद के जो 14 पॉइंट्स थे, दे वर गिवन बाय जिन्ना बिकॉज हिज डिमांड्स to change the Nehru report were not accepted. What were these 14 points? Number one, federal constitution but with residual power to the state. मतलब इंडिया जैसे है वैसे ही हो, but the states should be given more power. Provincial autonomy. Provincial autonomy means that the states should be allowed to function as they want. Third, very important, no constitution amendment should be done without the states agreeing. States agree नहीं करते तो कुछ amendment नहीं होना चाहिए, like in the US. Fourth, all legislature and elected bodies should have Muslim representation without reducing Muslim majority in a province to minority. So हर जितनी भी government authorities हैं सब में there has to be adequate Muslim representation. Muslim representation should be in the services and self-governing bodies also. Then 1/3 reservation for Muslims in parliament, जो कि बहुत long standing demand थी जिन्ना की. 1/3 reservation for Muslim members even in the cabinet of the government, at the center government and at the state government level. 1/3 seat should be reserved for Muslim ministers. There should be separate electorate, which had been started in 1909 Act. One of the most important interesting point was this: no bill should be allowed to be passed in the parliament if 3/4 of the minority members are against it. If 3/4 of, let's say, Muslims oppose a bill, then the bill should not be allowed to be passed. Or if 3/4 of Sikh members oppose the bill, it should not be passed. So if 3/4 members of a minority community oppose the bill, that bill should not be allowed to be passed. Any reorganization of territory should not affect Muslim majority area. जो Muslim majority population है वो वैसे ही रहेंगी. Those states should not be changed. Sindh should be separated from Bombay, Sindh which is a part of Pakistan right now. Constitutional reforms should happen in Balochistan and in Northwest Frontier Province. Full religious freedom should be given to all majorities. And protection of religious, culture, educational, language, etc. should be given to the Muslim community. All these 14 points were demanded by Jinnah. Obviously, they were never to be acceptable by the Congress or by the British, but the British were happy. Why? The British wanted to prove that Indians don't have solidarity. They wanted to prove that Indians can never make a constitution which everyone accepts, and they were able to prove that. Congress and other parties made their own Nehru report. Muslim League had their own 14 points of Jinnah, so they could never come together. So to understand Jinnah's 14 points, it's obviously better to start with Simon Commission, Nehru report, the response, and then the Jinnah's 14 points. And this brings me to the end of this important topic. With the time fast running by, make sure that you subscribe to the Gradeup Super subscription with all these upcoming courses and the running courses. All these courses have live interactive classes where you can interact with the teacher. You will be given notes for all the classes in the PDF form, mock test, practice question, and much more. You have an option to buy the Gradeup Super subscription for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or 2 months, whenever you plan to give the exam. So if you plan to give the exam after 1 year, 9 months is suitable for you. If you plan to give the exam after 2 years, that is 2023, then 24-month subscription will be suitable for you. If you're just trying to revise some concepts you have already studied, then 3 months or 6 months would also be helpful. There are constant sales that keep on coming, so do call on this number to ask for any coupon code if you need one. Make sure that you call on this number. These are the benefits. With one single Gradeup Super subscription, you can get access to all the running and upcoming courses, structured study plans, expert faculties, study material, mock tests, PDF quizzes, all that in just one single subscription. These are the faculty members. All of them are experts of their respective subjects. All of them have been here for a very long time. They have been teaching many students and who have been successful as well. I'm sure you would have attended their classes on YouTube and on the app. All of them have a vast experience of teaching. We are also on Telegram. अगर आप Telegram ऐप पर हैं, do search for Gradeup IAS preparation channel. Join कीजिए चैनल को. We update study material and short notes very regularly. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Gradeup ऐप डाउनलोड कीजिए. Take care of yourself. ख्याल रखिए, घर के अंदर रहिए और जब भी मौका मिलेगा ज़रूर वैक्सीन लगवाइए. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye.